Okay, and I had to make a very complicated three-way intersection that crosses a tram route, which also crosses itself in a three-way system. To make this traffic light, I'm using a very special diagram so I can remember what all the routes are and what they're for. There's going to be 6 routes at this intersection, each for each individual direction for both the cars and the trains. The reason why each train also has to have a separate channel is to make it so that trains going this way won't collide with trains going this way. Okay, first I'm using the ATLS controller, setting up a channel for it. I'm gonna give it 6 routes, 6 phases. Only one light will be green at any given time. I guess 20 seconds is okay for how long each one stays green. 20 seconds should be plenty of time for the tram to cross the intersection and clear the road. The time it should take after the light turns red for the next one to turn green, I usually do 7 seconds, but since this is a really large intersection, 9 seconds might be required to give trams and cars extra time to clear the intersection. So, now that I have this set up, what I need to do now is set up the actual traffic lights. Since this is a 3-lane intersection, I'm going to need a special system. Let's see, what kind of traffic light holders do I have? Traffic signal gantry. That one's not long enough. That one's way too short. Let's try this one. Well, that one's long enough. It might actually be a little too long, though. Let me see if I can find a slightly shorter one. Yeah, because this one looks like it should be going over a 4-lane street. We have... Yeah, this is the only one I have. This is the best match. Okay, so... Oh, I typed the wrong thing. ATLS. Now I need to look for some traffic lights to hang off of this. Let's see, what kind do I have? A lot of these don't work for some reason. They were working for a while and then they just disappeared. That happens a lot in this game. This one works, but it's not. Actually, I could put that over these 2 lanes. This one's good, but I need one that faces the other way. Let's see. That one faces right. I need one that faces left. Let's try this one. First, let me see what else we have. I have a black variant. And that one looks pretty much the same. Actually, that one matches these 2. So, replace that with this. I'm not really sure how those work. I've never seen one of those before. That one might work too. Let's see. There's so many options, it's hard to choose. I think I'll use this one instead. Actually, yeah, I'll use that one. Okay, now I need to lift them up and put them on the pole like I did in an earlier video. This is really hard to do with only one hand free. Okay, this one's gonna have to go through some special programming because it's a left turn signal. Okay, now I'm going to program each one of these one by one. Channel 1, route 1. Channel 1, route 1. And now for the left turn signal. Channel 1, route. Top 3 lights set to route 1, bottom lights set to route 1. Okay. Oh, that's the right main light. I clicked on the wrong one. Left main green all around. I think I might have clicked on the wrong light. What happens if I change that one to a left turn signal? Okay. The reason why each direction for the street has its own separate route is because when you're trying to make a left turn here, you won't be able to see past the trams so that you can see if it's clear to make a left turn here crossing this street. So I made it so when you make a left turn, this direction would have to stop. Okay, the traffic light is working fine. Now I'm going to program the tram stopper. That's going to be on route 2. Let's see. ATLS tram stopper. This is an invisible object that enables the tram to stop at a traffic light as well. In most American traffic lights, the traffic lights are set to turn red when the tram crosses the intersection. But since I have more than one tram route, I'm gonna have to set up something to make them stop for each other as well. And not only that, but if I program this traffic light, all the traffic lights to turn red when the tram crosses the road, they don't always change in time on this game. So I tend to not use that system and just make the tram stop at the light as well. So this one's set to channel 1, route 2. Force go on ATLS clear. No, because this is a signaled route. If it was an unsignaled route and I had no signals on the entire system, then I would click the check mark. Or at least that's what the directions say. Okay, now this tram stopper is going to be on route 3. Channel 1. Oh, it's auto-saving. Can't do anything until it finishes. Okay, the auto-saving's finished. Now I'll set this on route 3. Don't force go. Okay. And now I'm setting up the traffic lights on the other side of this intersection. I don't need one of these on this side because there's no left turn here. And you certainly can't make a U-turn. I'm going to have to put one of those no U-turn signs up there as well. This type of light should be fine for all three of these lanes here. However, I could also install a right turn signal so that even when this lane has to stop for a train making this turn, you can still turn right over here. So I'll go to the traffic, let's see. Actually, yeah, I'll go to the traffic controller and add another route for the right turn signal. It's going to be green whenever route 2 and route 3 are green. So when these trams are, let's see. Actually, this can be green while, actually no it can't because this will be crossing it. It's starting to get very complicated. Okay, so whenever this route is green, this one's gonna stop, but you will still be able to make a right turn here. Okay, that works. So I'll put these two over here. Now I'm looking for a light I could use for the right turn signal. This one's pretty good, but it doesn't match those completely. Let me see if I can find one that matches. Of course, they don't always match in real life either. This one matches those. Now I gotta turn them around, of course, so that they're facing the right way. You know, it just occurred to me. I'm using American traffic lights, and the route I'm building is a fictional Polish tram route. Of course, this game doesn't really have any Polish traffic lights at all. It doesn't really have Polish anything really except the trams. I would make an American tram route, but they don't have any good American trams up here at all. All the best trams are Polish and German on this game. Okay, now, same thing as I did for the other one. Raise these traffic lights so that they can be hanging from this pole. I'll also add a few other features like street name signs and no turn on red signs and stuff like that. Okay, this one's gonna be on, let's see, the tram stop is on route 2 and this is route 3, so this is gonna be route 4. Channel 1, route 4. This one's too close, I need to move it further away. It's overlapping the pole. Okay, that's fine. Channel 1, route 4. I don't want to keep the trams waiting too long at the intersection. This one looks like it's too high. That's too low. Okay, let me turn it around. See what it looks like. Yeah, it's kind of too high. I'm not sure if that would be possible in real life. I'm gonna need both of my hands for this one. Okay, to change change the height so it's between 3 and 4, you have to hold the shift button while changing the height. That allows it to that allows you to put it somewhere in between a whole number. Now this is channel 1. Left light red is set to root 4. Yeah. Right light. Make this a right arrow. What route is that set to again? I'm gonna have to refer back to the traffic stopper. It's set to route 7. I've never built an intersection with this many routes in it before. And there are even more complicated routes. Complicated traffic light intersections on this route that will require more routes. Okay. What happens if I click on this so that the yellow light also becomes an arrow? The green right turn signal. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now I need to put another tram stopper here. This will be route 5. Channel 1, route 5. No force go. Okay. So now I'm going to set up the traffic lights so that when route 5 is green, the right turn signal will also be green, because the tram's not stopping. The tram's not going to be blocking that line either. So route 5, when that one turns green, this one will also be green. It'll also be green when route 4 is green, because it's the same route. Right now, those lights are red, but the right turn signal is green. Okay, now I need to set up the last route. Actually, first, let me see what this signal looks like when it turns red. Need to make sure there aren't any glitches, because I don't really use this signal this often. See what happens when it changes. Okay. I need to see what happens when the arrow changes too, though. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, good. Because I had this one glitch once where the arrow, where the red light also changed into an arrow. That took forever to fix. Okay, now working on the last route. Okay, what should we do for this route? Which lane should allow you to turn left and which one's right? Well, I guess the left lane, the left lane of course should be a left turn only. This is in the middle. I guess you could say this lane is for left and right turns, and which would make this one a right turn only lane. So, if that's the case, I guess that means I'm gonna use these and have them only point in one direction. Okay. 270 degrees. Rotation. Okay, now for the middle lane. I need a 5-light system. Okay, there sure are a lot of these. What is a stack light? Oh, it's one of those. That's not the kind I need. I saw one of those in New Jersey once, but nowhere else. I've never seen one that looks like this before. I don't know where they are, but where those would be located. But apparently they exist. Let's see. There's a doghouse one. Actually, I'm not really sure what type of traffic light you would use for a lane that allows left and right turns only. I don't think such a lane actually exists. Well, I think the middle lane would only let you turn left. Well, and not only that, I have no idea what traffic light laws in Poland are either. Right. So that would make it a little more difficult to know what to do. In fact, I'm not even sure what type of traffic lights Poland uses. I'll just use one of these and say the first 2 left lanes are for turning left only, and the rightmost lane, of course, is for turning right. So, this one, channel 1, route 6. Let's see. Make it a left turn light. And make it so that the red arrow... Speaking of which, here in Pennsylvania, you don't see a red arrow that often. They really don't... They're really not that common. So, left turn arrow. This check mark means that the yellow and red light will also have the arrow. Not sure why you wouldn't want it that way. Okay, channel 1, route. I'll put this on route 7. Right turn signal. In fact, all right turn signals will be on route 7. Because even with these trams running, you can still make a right turn, so it wouldn't make sense to make the right turn red with the left turn just because the tram's crossing this one. Okay. Now I'm gonna lift these so that they're up here. My phone's probably gonna run out of memory before this video's over. Okay, make sure they're each over the lanes, over the center of the lanes. That's usually how it happens, right? So this one has to be right here, pretty much. Okay, hold on. The middle one has to go... What in the world? Okay, it has to go right here. And the left one has to go over this lane right here. Okay, so now I have to go to the traffic stopper and tell it that while Route 6 is green, the right turn signal is also going to be green. The only time the right turn signal won't be green is when Route 1 is green, because it would interfere with this route turning left if you also allow them to turn right here. Okay, Route 1 should be turning green right now. Yep, it's working the way it should. The left arrow indicates that you can turn left here. Okay. Now it's turning red. This would be the time when the trams would be let through. The trams going this way or this way would be let through next, and after that the trams going this way or this way would be let through. After that, and while those lights are green, while the tram lights are green, the right turn signal is also going to be green because it's not being blocked. The right turn signal on in this direction is also green because, like the other one, it's not being blocked by the trams, so it's still safe to make a right turn in this case. Of course, the way the traffic lights are, the trams might actually block you from being able to see it. Yeah, they probably would. When the tram actually crosses in front of you, you probably won't even see the light. Well, maybe. The trams are kind of small. You'll probably be able to see over it. Okay. Now that I have the trams programmed to stop at a light, I need to program the cars as well. This part, I really hate this part because it takes a really long time to do and it's kind of tedious. Like all one-way streets, I need to make sure the stopper for them is facing the right way. To do that, I attach a section of the road to it and make sure the color-coded lanes are facing the right way. And they are. So this one is facing the right way. And the game is frozen again. Okay. I'll put this here, I guess. Well, let's see. The way cars stop in front of this thing is probably okay to have it over here. This is really a lot of guesswork. Trying to figure out where it should go. Okay, now this traffic slave is programmed to connect to this and tell the cars to stop. Which channel is this on? It's route. This is route 6. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. This is for the channel. Channel 1, route 6. In case you're wondering why I don't set up another traffic slave for cars turning right, because this light may be red while the right turn signal is green. Well, I can't do that because the cars are only going to go the way the road is going. There's no real way to make one lane turn a certain way. They haven't figured out how to program cars to do that yet. They have figured out how to get them to change lanes though. But even that has glitches in it because sometimes they drive into each other. Okay, I don't need to put a traffic stopper on this street because, well, it kind of ends here. It's not really a street that would have to stop. It's really just a street you'd be turning onto. The problem is it's going to spawn cars over here, and it may do that while the tram is crossing the track. That's a problem. That's really a problem you can't fix. Okay, I need two more traffic stoppers for this street and this street. When building tram intersections, it's best to have the trams running in the middle of the street rather than on the street like some railroads do, because for some reason cars don't really know how to steer clear of trams on this game. You have the tram driving in the street, the cars are going to drive right through it when it stops. And the tram's going to drive through the cars as well, so it's not the best way. I put the trams in the middle of the street between a divided highway because this stays out of the traffic's way as much as possible. Okay. Okay, I have these facing the right way. Now all that's left is to attach the street to it. There's already a section over there, so I'll just move this to here. Move it. Okay. Okay, almost finished with this intersection. Well, except for the extra features like no turn on red signs and street name signs, but I'll put that up later. What was I gonna name this street anyway? Okay. I think this is Route 4, so Channel 1, Route 4, but just in case, let me look at the traffic lights again. Yep, Channel 1, Route 4. Needed to make sure. Okay, so this is... I think I already attached the roads to the stoppers. Channel 1, Route 1. Okay, now all I have to do is save it. In the next video, I'm going to actually test the route and see if the cars and trams are stopping properly at it.